According to NFL.com, there are 32 teams that compete every season at a chance to compete in the Super Bowl and take away the Vince Lombardi Trophy. The Denver Broncos are one of these 32 teams, and I'll now tell you their history and why I believe they have one of the best chances to win the Super Bowl. A team is nothing without a great leader. Mike Shanahan was one of the most successful coaches in football at his time with the Denver Broncos. He started coaching in 1988 and coached previously for the LA Raiders and for the 49ers. He became the Denver Broncos coach in 1995, and that's brought to you by ProHistoryFootball.com. He brought in successful running backs. That's what he was known for. You had Terrell Davis and you had Clinton Portis, both of which were 1,000-yard rushers with the Denver Broncos, and Terrell Davis is now in the Hall of Fame. He was elected just this past year, actually, and Clinton Portis will now be eligible for Hall of Fame this upcoming year. He led the Broncos to their back-to-back Super Bowl championships in 1997 and 1998, their first two ever, after having been beat 10 years previous in 1987 and 1988. So he was one of the most successful coaches with us and actually brought us our first Super Bowl win in team history, and he's just renowned as one of the first coaches that really got us to where we need to be. A great coach isn't the only piece to the puzzle. John Elway is one of the most famous quarterbacks and now one of the most famous game managers in all of football. He's helped the Broncos to success both on and off the field. He was, according to Biography.com, Elway was traded from the Colts in 1983 after he was just drafted to the Broncos. We actually didn't get to draft him ourselves, but we wanted him badly enough, and the Colts actually were willing to give him away for people we traded away. So we got to get him back in 1983. And he was a key player to bringing us to our first Super Bowl appearance in 1987. Even though we lost, it kind of set us up as contenders from then on because of John Elway and the quarterbacking skills he brought to our team. We returned in 1988, but we couldn't bring home the trophy that year either. We got beat again, and a lot of people thought that we might never get back, and that it was really upsetting because it was a loss that we really didn't expect. In 1997, like I said, with Mike Shanahan, was the first year we actually won the Super Bowl with Terrell Davis, John Elway, and Mike Shanahan all leading the team to it. We actually won our first one, and then the next year we actually got to go back and win again, back-to-back trophies, all in part because of John Elway's antics on the field. He has his famous helicopter move spin in the 1998 championship that really sealed the game for us. And so he's also known as, a great player, a great general manager, and a great owner of the team as well now. He actually coaches the Denver Broncos still he looks over all the operations as a general manager, takes care of operations and trades, money things, situations like that. And so he continues to bring in new talent and set our team up for success even though he's not actually a player anymore. Not every team gets the chance to go to the Super Bowl. We obviously had a long wait for our victory in 1997. We played 40-something odd years before we got the chance to, win those Super Bowls. Our first appearance in 1977, Super Bowl 12, we lost to the Cowboys after what many people called our miracle season. It didn't end in a miracle, but it was just the fact that we even got the chance to go because it had never been done before by our team, and we were really irrelevant for a long time. But 10 years later, of course, as I already said, Elway took us back and returned in 87 and 88. Didn't win, but again, it kind of put our team on the map and made people, want to come play for us. We had success, and it showed that we had a good team that we were building, and we had chances and all that kind of stuff. We're actually one of the most winning teams in football as to date. We've had the least losing seasons in NFL history as of right now. So it just shows how much success and how much our players want it and things like that. In 1990, an appearance and a loss to the Niners in the Super Bowl. Our first victory and back-to-back championships again came in 1997 and 1998 with John Elway at the helm as quarterback. We had an appearance in 2013 again at the Super Bowl, but we ended up losing to the Seahawks. It was 48-7 or something like that, I believe. It was a very bad loss, and I don't really like thinking about it that much, but that year our team just wasn't the better team. We had a lot of injuries on defense, and even though we got to the Super Bowl, our team really wasn't looking good by the time it finally came around because we lost several key players on the defense, and that was the year that Peyton Manning kind of got injured before the Super Bowl, and we didn't have a lot of offensive weapons as well. Our most recent victory was Super Bowl 50 back in 2015 with Gary Kubiak as the head coach. We beat the Panthers 24-7. It was a really unexpected win because kind of the opposite of what happened back with Elway with the miracle season. we were expected to lose and get blown out by the Panthers because they had such a great season, and we ended up actually beating them pretty solidly, and it was completely unexpected by everyone outside of the Denver Broncos fans, and it was a really great thing that we got to see. We have 8 Super Bowl appearances and 3 victories. Great players, great coaches made Denver Broncos one of the most popular NFL teams, and it continues to build on our success today. The Denver Broncos equal determination, teamwork, and dedication, and the Denver Broncos are 3-time world champs. Thank you.